everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Tracy with JDO Threads, and in today's video what I would like to do for you guys is I want to stitch out a flower, left chest flower on this shirt here. It is really stretchy fabric, so what we're going to do to try to stabilize this shirt a little bit more is I'm going to be using 2 pieces of cutaway stabilizer on the bottom, and then I'm also going to put some water soluble stabilizer on top of the shirt just to keep it a little bit more stable. I'm also going to be using my 8x6 mighty hoop here and the RICOMA MT1501. Again, we're going to be putting a left chest logo on this shirt. And oh, I got my dot on the wrong side here, so I got to switch that over. Well, maybe I'll just leave it on right, because it doesn't make a difference. Okay, so we're going to put it on the right. I changed my mind. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and come to the craft table and get that set up and show you guys how we're going to stitch this out. This is a design that I just picked up, I think, from Creative Fabrica, because yeah, I still get those too. And yeah, I thought it was real cute, and I just changed up a few of the colors. And yeah, in my digitizing software, or you can just change it on your panel on your embroidery machine as well. You don't really have to change it in the digitizing software. You can just change the colors on your machine. All right, so guys, remember, like, share, and subscribe for me, and let's go ahead and head over to the craft table where we can get this set up and so we can get it stitched out. All right, everybody, so I'm over here to the table. I'm just going to place my one embroidery hoop word side down. Going to place it word side down, and then I'm going to go ahead and just get my stabilizer that I did use from the earlier test stitch out to go ahead and lay it back down on top of this mighty hoop, right? And I'm not going to even use my hoop station today. We're just going to do everything flat on the table. All right, let me make sure I got this on the right way. Tag is in the back. Okay. All right, and then I'm just going to go ahead and put my hoop underneath my shirt like this. Make sure it's in the spot that I want, and I did put this dot on here because that's where I want the center of my design to be. So we will do a trace in the embroidery machine to make sure that I have it in the exact location where I want my design to get set up. Okay, so that looks pretty good to me. Looks pretty straight, and I don't want to do any extra pulling again because this is already stretchy fabric. So I'm just going to go underneath, put my stabilizer in back on top. Check up underneath there and make sure it's where I like for it to be. All right, and that looks pretty good to me. Scoot that over just a little bit. All right, so I'm going to go ahead now and just put the top part of the mighty hoop on and see if I can get a center where I had previously put my dot. And that looks a little bit high, but we can always just go ahead and push it down just a little bit. The embroidery needle. Okay, but what I'm going to do is let me just push it up just a little bit more. I think I would just rather do that. Let me push it up, you guys. Either way is fine, but let me go ahead and just push it up. There we go. And now it's pretty much in the center, as you guys can see, according to where those dots are on my mighty hoop. We're going to just get our water soluble stabilizer and take it over to the machine. I'm going to get ready to go ahead and stitch this out. All right, everybody, so I'm over at the RICOMA MT1501. I'm just going to make sure that my shirt goes around that bar on the bottom. I'm going to put it in, and make sure you push it in all the way until you hear it click at those ends, and make sure it's all the way pushed in. so you won't get any registration issues. I'm just going to check under the bottom. Make sure that shirt is going all the way through. Pull it just a little bit. And you guys, that looks pretty darn on point. All right, and that looks pretty good to me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove my dot here. We don't want to stitch over no dots. That's good. And then I am going to put my water soluble stabilizer right on top. And we are going to go ahead and start it. guys, so my embroidery is done. So let me go ahead and just cut my few little trims in here. Now, from time to time, you will see me reach in and cut off some of my trims. And I was off today because all my colors were off. So that's when you saw me stop the machine and change my colors. But yeah, today was an off day for color changes. Didn't get them in right the first time, but that's okay. You stop the machine if you didn't have your right color in that you wanted to have in, and you go ahead and just put it in the color that you want to have in. So let me go ahead and pull off this water soluble stabilizer, and I'm going to show you guys how beautiful this turned out. Now, I don't really want to pull it right here on these little leafy parts because, again, this is stretchy fabric, so I don't want to distort it in any kind of way. So I'm just going to cut around here just to get it out. And then I'm just going to dab it with a little bit of water to go ahead and get the rest of that soluble stabilizer off of there. And I will be right back to show you guys how it looks. Right, everybody, so this is what the design looks like once I did go ahead and just dab it with some a towel with some waters. And then I also off camera went ahead and put some Tender Touch on the back because you never know if some people might be a little bit sensitive to the embroidery. All right, but I think it came out amazing. Again, this is a right chest flower embroidery, and it looks really, really nice. My client is going to be really, really happy with this because I am really, really happy with this. Again, you guys, I'm Tracy with JDO Threads. Thanks for joining me in today's video. Please like, share, and subscribe for me, and I will see you guys in the next video.